Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to today's topic of the day, which will be Skype for Business end of life and the migration over to Microsoft Teams. Now, if you guys are not aware, Skype for Business is at its end of life period, and they have come up with notice of it around July of this year that it will be having its end of life in July 31st, 2021, which is still some time away. However, I do want to get you guys, acquainted. If you do use Skype for Business every single day within your organization, I want you to be aware that you may want to start making that migration over to Microsoft Teams, especially if you don't know what Microsoft Teams is. So let's go ahead and pull it up here, give you guys some reference. So as I was saying, Skype for Business, they announced this retirement back in July of this year, so only about a month ago. They let us know that we have officially gotten a date for the end of life for Skype for Business, which will be, as I said, July 31st of 2021, which is still a long time away. In fact, in September 1st of this year, any new Office 365 customers will be automatically onboarded to Microsoft Teams. They will no longer have the option to download Skype for Business. So this is not going to say like if you already are an Office 365 client, you are for your organization, that any additional users that you get will not be able to download Skype for Business. No, that's not the case. It just means that if you are a new onboarded Office 365 client, that you will not have the option to start using Skype for Business. That was a big misconception that even, in my opinion, kind of offset me as well, because I was wondering how was that going to work with, if you add a new user, your company already uses Skype for Business, how will they be able to start, if they're no longer available for any new users, then how are they going to keep that organization, running using Skype for Business? Well, that isn't the case. Just all new Office 365 onboarded clients will no longer have the option to download Skype for Business. They will immediately get Microsoft Teams depending on their plans. So if you guys are not familiar with Microsoft Teams, I've done a few demos in the past, and I will be doing a full demo of Microsoft Teams next week during our special topic of the day. This was primarily in a video to bring to light what the situation is. But yes, you're going to want to start upgrading to Microsoft Teams, and don't wait until July of 2021 to start doing that. But as I was saying, Microsoft Teams is very useful. It is not only a great communication tool within our organization. Yes, we use it here each and every single day to talk to each other, but it's also a great collaborative tool. They have a lot more features than Skype for Business. Skype for Business may just have, your standard being able to, message each other, video calls, voice calls, sharing your screen, things of that nature. Well, Microsoft Teams has that and so much more. And I'm looking forward to doing that demo where I can really give you guys more information about it. For now, I will just be walking you through how to download Skype, Microsoft Teams, and who it is available for. But make sure to stay tuned for our next video, which should be coming out next week, Tuesday, which will show you guys exactly how to start using Microsoft Teams, and I'll be showing you some of the really cool features within Microsoft Teams. But just know that anything Skype for Business can do that you've been using Skype for Business before in the past, Microsoft Teams can do, and they can do better. This is just some more information. I will be including this in the description if you want some more information about upgrading from Skype for Business to Microsoft Teams. This is an article by Microsoft, so you get some more information on that. Now, as I was saying, I wanted to give you guys a quick idea as to who Microsoft Teams is available for. Now, if you just have the Office 365 business plan, which just provides you with the Office 365 desktop applications, that being your Word, your Outlook, your Excel, things of that nature, the only service that you have that is available to you will be OneDrive. Now, if you have the Office 365 Business Essentials license, you will not have access to the Office applications, the desktop applications, but you will still have access to the Office online applications, the web platforms, but you will get the services such as your Exchange, your OneDrive, SharePoint, and Microsoft Teams. Now, the only difference between the Office 365 Business Essentials and the Business Premium is that you get all these services, that being the OneDrive, the SharePoint, the Exchange, and the Microsoft Teams, but you also get the Office 365 desktop applications. But yes, remember, this is primarily we're focusing on Microsoft Teams. So if you do have the Office 365 business license, this is not going to be available for you. But if you are using the Office 365 Business Essentials license or the Business Premium, you already have access to Teams, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to download it. Now, I did mention that in September 1st, it will automatically be onboarded within your Office 365 download. If you do have an Office 365 Business Premium, when you download your Office 365 from the portal, it will automatically include Microsoft Teams, which it never did before. However, at this point, you have to download it separately. So all you have to do is go over to microsoftproducts.office.com. You can even just type in Google download Microsoft Teams. I will include this link in the description so you guys can check it out. Make sure to do so. All you have to do is go to this link, scroll to the very bottom as we get there, and you will see download Teams for your desktop. So we're going to go ahead and select download Teams. Now here it's going to give us the option to choose between before it used to have to ask you which operating system you have, but apparently it's automatically now adjusting to whatever operating system that you're running, which is pretty cool. I like that. That's very intuitive. I didn't know that was something that they had. That is pretty awesome. Before you used to have to pick between the Mac version, the the mobile version, things of that nature, but that's pretty cool. So after you've done that, you're going to just go ahead and open up Microsoft Teams. And I'm going to show you guys something cool too about having the Business Premium or the Business Essentials license with Teams. So after you've downloaded Teams, you're going to go ahead and enter your standard Office 365 user email address. In this case, I'm using our demo account. Just bear with me. And the handy dandy multi-factor authentication. Just give me 1 second, guys, while I authenticate that, which I hopefully will be doing another video on as well. If you guys want to check out our video about using the Microsoft Authenticator on your mobile devices, please check it out. It's one of our other videos on our channel. Just go ahead and authenticate this really quickly. Alright, so once we've done the authentication, Teams will begin to load. So once you sign in, if you don't have two-factor authentication set up, I highly recommend that you get it set up. But if you don't, you won't have to go through that process. You'll just put in your email, you'll put in your password, and this will load up. Now, this is Microsoft Teams, guys. It has a little bit more, the GUI is a lot more than Skype for Business in my opinion, and just from that you can tell how much more features it has. I'm not going to get into too much detail about Microsoft Teams because that is going to be a lengthy demo, a 10 to 15 minute video in itself. However, I wanted you guys to see how simple and easy it is to create a team. You download it. As soon as you download it, you'll see the option create a team. Now you won't see any of these other options like the references to joining other teams unless your organization has already built out a Microsoft Teams for you guys and they have other teams. You can go ahead and join those teams. But in this case, if you're starting from fresh, you won't see any of that. You click create team, let's say build from a team from scratch. You can either just select it to be a private team or a public team, and this really depends on who you want to be able to join your team. Now if you're an organization wide and you want everybody to be able to join this team, then you're going to select it that anyone in your organization can join. However, if you have different departments and you want to select, for security purposes, let's say you want one for marketing and one for management, things of that nature, you can select based off of that. For the purpose of this video, I'll just select public, and yes, you can name it, let's say MS Teams Migration, and you can even do a description, Skype for Business End of Life, migrate to MS Teams. So you create the team, simple as that. You'll now be able to go into your team, and well, in this case you have to start adding users. So you can start anybody that has your domain, since you've signed in with your Office 365 account. So anybody with that domain, let's say ours is at Infotech Design Solutions, I'll be able to at infotechdesign.com, sorry, we'll be able to add anybody from our organization. Simple and easy. And you'll be able to do the same depending on what the domain is for your Office 365 setup. But yes, guys, that's pretty simple. That's Microsoft Teams so far in a nutshell. Please stay tuned for our next video where we go deep into how to use Microsoft Teams. Before I head out, guys, I did want to show you that the benefits of having the Office 365 Business Essentials and or Business Premium is, well, Business Premium is better that you get the desktop version, just like what I downloaded. But if you have the Business Essentials version, you will be able to access Teams from your portal. So just go to portal.office.com or office.com, sign in with your credentials for your Office 365 account, and you will see that you do get the option to use the online version of Teams. I'm not gonna click that because that's still signed into my other account. You still get the option to use the web version of Teams, which is very similar to the desktop version. But yes, guys, that is the necessary things that you need to do to start making that migration from Skype for Business. Once again, I'm reiterating, Skype for Business end of life is going to be July 31st of 2021, but that is no reason for you guys to wait until then. Start acquainting yourself with Microsoft Teams. You want to make sure that, you know, if you heavily rely on Skype for Business within your organization for communication, for conference calls, for video calls, anything of that nature, that you're starting to prepare your organization for this drastic migration. The earlier you get started with it, the easier that transition will be. So start downloading, you know, if you're the head of your organization, start downloading Microsoft Teams. Follow the downloads that I will provide in the description below. Check that link out, download it, create a team, maybe add a couple members that you want to test it with, get familiar with it, and make sure to check out our video that we'll be posting next week, Tuesday, showing you a little bit of the tips and tricks to using Microsoft Teams. But yes, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you for tuning in.